What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn welcoming you back to another episode of Road to Ranked. We are here closing out our mono-type themed week. If you guys are excited, please be sure to show some shady love to that thumbs up down below. The like button does need your touching. You guys have been absolutely awesome with the support, and I thank you so much for it. Today, we are bringing Mono Dark, and what would Mono Dark be without Clawdia leading the pack? So, if you're new to the channel, you might not know, but Clawdia holds a special place in our heart. That is the crowd on your screen. And of course, to back Clawdia up, we have a Mega Absol, which will be really cool, a Choice Scarfed Moxie Crocodile, I believe a Focus Sashed Bisharp, our Mixed Life Orb Hydreigon, because I just can't get away from this thing. Plus, it encompasses dual, like we had it in the Mono Dragon, so it's cool. And we had it last week, so it's cool. And then we have Redhead the Weavile here to back us up. Now, something interesting to note, I believe our Groudon is holding the Chapo Berry to reduce fighting type because we're clearly very weak to fighting type. I originally had a Sableye on here, but then it was just like, you know, we gotta one-shot those fighting types. Forget it. We gotta one-shot them fighting types instead of trying to be afraid of them and work around them. So I brought the Weavile because Weavile is strong. It is got priority, and we see a Lucario on the opposite side of the field. Luckily, I think that Choice Scarfed Crocodile can handle the Lucario if it has to, which means I'm probably going to open up with it. I'm going to open up with the Crocodile. I need something bulky to switch out into. I think our bulkiest thing that we could possibly switch out into would be the Hydreigon, but I think that this is going to be an incredibly tough matchup because there's the Scizor, there's the Lucario. Of course, he's got immunities to our Earthquake in 3 of his Mons, so we can't really just spam Earthquake. I think I'm gonna have to bring our Focus Sash Bisharp. Let me just make sure this is in fact Focus Sash. It is. It's either that or we bring the Weavile because the Weavile hits the Thundurus and the Dragonite, and it low kicks the Lucario, mind you. The only thing it doesn't really handle well is that Scizor. I'm gonna bring Hydreigon and Weavile. I'm gonna leave the Bisharp in the back. I'm gonna leave it at home for now. I'm gonna sit on the bench, warm it up. And we really would like to get 2 wins minimum today. This one is already looking uphill. Our current weekly record is 5-4. So if we can at least tie goes to the runner, you know what? So if we can snag even 1 win, we'll be positive. Well, not positive, but you know what I mean. He actually opens up with the Scizor, which is a fantastic play on his part because honestly, it puts me in a bad spot. I don't have the Intimidate, and I can't switch out, which means who would he most likely bring in? He would predict an EQ, but I'm gonna go first. But EQ's not gonna do enough, so I'm gonna go for a knockoff here. I'm just gonna go for knockoff because if this thing is banded, we'll get rid of the band, and that does a lot of damage, knocking off the Lumberry. Wow, so I'm kind of expecting a Swords Dancing Scizor. That Crocodile did a lot with that knockoff, which I'm totally fine with. We're not going to be able to take advantage of Moxie at all, even a little bit, but it's all good in the hood because we can go for a knockoff here, and with that knockoff, we did a lot of damage to that Scizor. I'm actually kind of wondering, we don't have anything for super effective because it's only weak to fire and we had nothing, we had no types of fire. We'll see what our opponent decides to go out into. Goes out into the Lucario. Oh, that was a really good play. I think he just won. Basically because he wants me to go for knockoff. Alright, so who needs him in the back? He has Scizor in the back. So who's less important, Weavile or Hydreigon? Probably Weavile. Alright, let's sack off Weavile. Basically, what's going to be really scary here is if this is a Mega Lucario and he goes for Swords Dance. If he goes for Swords Dance, he pretty much wins. My Crocodile might be able to live in E-Speed. Just barely, possibly, maybe. We're going to see the Mega Lucario come out, which means he won't get the Justified boost, but he would have eaten that knockoff just fine. So, I just really don't want to risk that. I mean, we could potentially... We'll see. He actually goes for the E-Speed here. So, he really expects E-Speed. We can see how much E-Speed does to Weavile. So, I think that we might be able to live in E-Speed from the other Pokemon. Well, he has no reason not to E-Speed again. I'm going to go for Low Kick. The second E-Speed is going to take us out. Rather unfortunate... that I decided to go into Weavile because had I known he would go for E-Speed, I could have went on to Hydreigon. So here, I will go on into Krook here, and this really is the only way, in my opinion, for us to win. Well, maybe not the only way, but it's one of the only ways. I'm going to go for EQ, and I don't even think that means we win. in my opinion, because if he goes for E-Speed and we live, which it's not likely. Nope, it's not likely at all. Dang it, man. Dang it. Well, if we didn't live in E-Speed, chances are we wouldn't live a bullet punch. We might have lived a bullet punch, but it's just not likely. So here with our Hydreigon, we have to go for a superpower, which is going to lower our defense, which is no buenos. But we're going to go ahead and try to come back with this Hydreigon. Although, like I said, once we saw that Lucario, Mega Lucario is literally the worst thing we could have seen. If we had the Sableye, wow, he outspeeds, gets a close combat off, and we're going to get blown back. So this Lucario just 3-0 swept us. The only thing we could have really done was stayed in with our... If we just sacked off our... actually, yeah, that would have been fine. Had we just sacked off our Crocodile, if I wasn't so focused on getting that... Moxie action going. And we just sacked off the Crocodile, brought in Weavile. I believe, let me see. I think Weavile outspeeds and a low kick should one-shot a Mega Lucario. Yes, Weavile outspeeds by a lot. So we could have just sacked off our Crocodile, brought in Weavile. I know that low kick would have taken out the Lucario. Low kick might have taken out, seeing how much knockoff did, I'm going to go ahead and say that low kick would take out the gosh darn Scizor as well. Possibly because it's neutral, even though it's not stab, so maybe not. Well, if it had, then we could have been fine. And even if not, even if the Weavile went down to the Scizor, that's totally fine because a Bullet Punch would do a butt ton. Actually, Bullet Punch would take me out, so we'd have to rely on our Hydreigon. But that would have been a lot better than what we did. So unfortunately, we have a loss. We're kicking it off. We see a little bit better of a matchup because there's no fighting types. Excadrill, Hippowdon, Whimsicott, Gyarados, Galvantula, and gosh darn Gengar. So the Galvantula is pretty scary for sure because Bug Buzz is a threat. I want to bring the Absol really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Absol. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bring the Absol. I am also gonna bring the. Do I want to bring the Bisharp? I want to bring Crawdon for sure. Definitely want to bring Crawdon. And I think I'm going to bring the Bisharp because he's got that Whimsicott. And granted, I could bring the Weavile. Maybe I should have brought the Weavile. Because Weavile has Low Kick for Excadrill, has Ice Shard and Ice Punch for gosh darn Whimsicott. But I guess I was thinking back in my mind, if he somehow gets Sticky Web up, if that's what he even wants to do, which isn't even that bad of a thing, but I have, gosh darn, Magic Bounce on the Absol, so it can't be burned. And he's got pretty high attack. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see who he leads with now. It's Hippowdon. I hate this. Hippowdon. At least he can't Whirlwind or Stealth Rock me. So that kind of puts him in a pretty bad spot. Unfortunately, I don't think I am running Swords Dance Absol. I think I went something cheekier. Yeah, I did. I went... this is kind of booty. I went Thunder Wave Absol because I wanted to slow things down. I wanted to support the rest of the team. So I have Protect on here because Absol gains a lot of speed. And I thought maybe there'd be a situation where I'd need to go with the Protect. Unfortunately, we're going to see Knockoff does pretty much nothing. He's going to go for the Stealth Rock, and we're going to bounce him right back. So maybe he's just not used to seeing the Mega Absol. And very few people are. But now we've got rocks on his side of the field, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a forfeit. This Hippowdon can't really do much to me. At least I don't think he can. I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch here because... I should have went for Knockoff. You know what? We got the Sucker Punch off, which means it'll do more than the Knockoff would have. And we're going to see a Rock Tomb, which kind of stinks because that is going to lower our speed, but it's not going to do too much damage to us. I kind of want to bait him into switching out because he just saw the Sucker Punch. So I'm kind of hoping that's what he does. I'm trying to think if there's no reason to switch out. I mean, I could go into Bisharp, but I don't want... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go into Bisharp. I'm going to go into Bisharp because I kind of expect him to either Rock Tomb or switch out. Either way... if he goes for Rock Tomb and we get our speed lowered, I'm fine with that. But he does, in fact, withdraw, which is fine because that keeps our Focus Sash intact. We saw that the Absol still outsped. It's still outsped, and we're going to see that Excadrill does take Rocks damage. Mold Breaker, he's breaking molds left and right, but a Focus Sash will still work. And I'm pretty much free to go for a... I'm just going to go for a knockoff here. We're going to knock off whatever item. He's going to go for an EQ, but we'll live because of our Sash. And we should be fine by going for a knockoff. There's that focus sash right there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll knock off, doing a lot of damage, knocking off the choice scarf. Wow. So had I Swords Dance, I could have freely Sucker Punch next turn. I am going to Sucker Punch here. If he wants to switch out, so be it, but I don't think he will. Sucker Punch is going to come through and finish up this Excadrill, picking up the KO. That is awesome. This one's looking pretty good. This one's looking pretty darn good for us. We'll see what he decides to go out into. Goes out into the Hippowdon, knowing that we can't really do much to this thing. Although a knockoff wouldn't do much, but an Iron Head might pick up the knockout. So we're gonna go for the Iron Head right here. Seeing what we can do. Iron Head is going to not pick up the knockoff, and you guys have no idea how close I was switching into Absol. You have no idea how close I was, because I knew he would Stealth Rock again. But I figured, might as well, you know what, I should have Swords Dance if that was really my prediction. I honestly was going, let me see how much Iron Head does, and maybe we can flinch. That was my real thought process. In the back of my mind, originally, before I said Iron Head, I was going to switch out into Absol, but then I was like, Sand is back up, and what if he just goes for Rock Tomb or EQ? That'd be terrible. We're going to see Galvantula come in, which is fine, because he's going to take Rocks damage, and if he really wants to, there's no reason to go for, I guess there is a reason to go for Sticky Web. You know what? I am just gonna go for knockoff. He is gonna go for the Bug Buzz though, so Sucker Punch would have been the correct play. But in my mind, where I go for Sucker Punch and he goes for Sticky Web, I pretty much, I guess there's no reason for him to go for Sticky Web. But we're gonna see that this thing is Life Orbed. And I'm fine with this. The reason why is because we can see the Sandstorm damage, which I was counting on. I wasn't counting on Life Orb. And we have priority on both of our remaining Mons. So that's why I figured, hey, even if he doesn't, now he cannot go for Sticky Web in my mind, because I have Absol and it'll do absolutely nothing. So we can just Sucker Punch here. Thunder Wave being completely useless. Actually, my bad. I think that Absol outspeeds Galvantula, but Sucker Punch takes him out anyway. So, but I do think that Absol outspeed, so knockoff would have been the correct play. Oh, Absol does not outspeed, never mind. All right, so cool. Sucker Punch picks up the knockout, and we get a second win with Dark type. So we have not gotten 3 wins yet. We've not gotten 3 wins yet this week. Will this be the day? We've confirmed now. Wait, did I win the first game, or did I lose? I think I lost. What am I talking about? I definitely just completely wanted to feel like I won twice, but I didn't. I know that I lost the first game because I played abysmally with that Crocodile. So scratch that. No one's getting 3 wins with Monotype. However, we are currently 6 wins, 5 losses. So, will we actually go positive, or will we play Tide of the Runner? Will we play Tide of the Runner? I don't know. I don't know if we will play Tide of the Runner. Let's see right now what's going to happen. Our opponent is going to bring Hippowdon. Everyone's using Hippowdon. Mawile, Gyarados, Zapdos, Blaziken, and Ferrothorn. So Blaziken is 100% coming. Blaziken is 100% coming. How do you handle Blaziken? Probably you don't. You probably don't. I think the only way to handle Blaziken is if we go Clawdia. And we gotta bring Clawdia, so we're going Clawdia. I'm gonna bring Clawdia. I am going to bring our Focus Sash Bisharp, because that might be a last resort against that Blaziken. And then besides the Blaziken, other things you want to be able to finish up would be, I think EQ does a really good job besides. That Gyarados is really scary. If he brings Gyarados, I'm kind of dunzo funzo with that. But I'm going to go ahead and bring Krook anyway, because it hits the Blaziken, it hits the Mawile, and it hits the Ferrothorn and the Hippowdon for neutral damage. If I can get a Moxie off, that'd be great. But I really think that Clawdia is going to be our go-to. The other reason I want to bring Crocodile is because we see that Zapdos there. If Clawdia leads against Zapdos, I will switch out into Crocodile and just kind of spam knockoff for a little bit. As much as I'd want to go for EQ predicting to switch into like Hippowdon, or Mega Blaziken. I think he's bringing Blaziken, so we don't have to worry about Mawile now that I'm thinking about it. But Crocodile can still pretend to handle Blaziken, I guess, because after a speed boost, it's going to outspeed and rock my socks. I don't even know if Crocodile wears socks to bed. I don't know if he does, but if he did, he's not wearing them tonight. He's not wearing them tonight because they're going to get knocked right off. Oh, my baby Lanta, what did I do? What did I do? Why'd I bring you, Krook? Shouldn't have brought you. Should have brought... Who would I bring instead? Hydreigon, I guess. He's not fast enough, but Blaziken's gonna one-shot. Nothing's fast enough. Just priority. We have Aqua Jet. We have Aqua Jet, ladies and gentlemen. That is our answer to Blaziken. I don't think an Aqua Jet one-shots. Blaziken of the Mega variety, but I'm sure it does a lot. Aqua Jet actually does one shot. That's Life Orb. Hold on. Calm down, sir. You're not Life Orbed. It does 90%. So it does a lot. After a Sucker Punch, it'll one shot. So we have our answer, although we led with our answer is kind of unfortunate. And there's the Zapdos lead. So I did expect that. Clawdia, I know you're pretty and beautiful and stuff, and you think you can do this, but you have a berry to reduce fighting damage, not to reduce electric damage, which I was going back and forth on, but I figured our whole team is weak to fighting. We need someone to have that Chople Berry. If I have the Chople Berry, now that I think about it, I think if Blaziken's there, oh yeah. Oh, if he's Superpower Blaziken, then we're donezo funzo. Actually, we do have a chance to live. No, we don't. What am I saying? I do not have 248 HP. Are you kidding me? No. Superpower is a one-shot from Mega Blaziken. Although I very rarely see... Let me see something. Does Blaziken even get Superpower this generation? Because you have to be bred in 6th gen to be on Battlespot ranked. So, Superpower. Oh, you do. It's a move tutor move. Shoot. Okay, so we know that now. Krookodil's going to come in. Goes for the Thunderbolt. We're totally fine with that. Now, how real are we is the question. Well, I think no matter what... Well, no. If he goes into Powdon, I'll wish I had knocked off. Stone Edge or Knockoff are my two options. I think Knockoff's the best play. Knockoff's the best move in the game, so I think Knockoff's the best play. He has to switch, I think. He could go for Hidden Power Ice, but he's going to withdraw. Kind of hoping we don't see Blaziken, because... Well, Knockoff's neutral... Oh, no, Knockoff's resisted by Blaziken. We're going to see... Wow, he goes Mawile! The fact that he brought Mawile blows my mind. Well, that puts us in a really bad spot that he brought the Mawile. It puts us in a really bad spot. Considering we don't think he has the Blaziken now, I'm going to sack off our Crawdaunt. I mean, bringing the Mawile's just as good now that I think about it, because obviously Fairy Weakness. I don't know why I was so focused on Blaziken because of speed boost, and I had a Crawdaunt, so Mawile was the better play. Unfortunately, we can't spam we can't spam Earthquake. It's gonna be really bad for us. He's gonna go for the Play Rough. It's gonna take Clawdia out. Just gonna get dropped. And the only reason why I did that instead of anyone else was because I feel like it's the best option. Because now we can go back into Krookodile. Oh, but now Mind Games. Oh, we're not going to get the second win. Oh, man. Does he just go back out into Zapdos? I feel like he does. That'd be an over-prediction. I'm going for EQ. I'm going for EQ because I feel like Zapdos is such an obvious switch in. Oh, I should have just went for EQ when he had Zapdos in. I should have been real. Obviously, he's going to switch out. Obviously. Man, we could have taken that. I think even at -1, we would have taken that Mawile out. He withdraws. I think even at -1, because Mawile would have had pitiful defense. Yeah, oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, let's get rid of well, he had Intimidate, so it would have been Intimidated. Yeah, he got the win right there. I'm just gonna go for EQ again. He got the win. I'm just gonna go for EQ again. The only way I can win this is if I go ahead and get I think we're gonna see Hidden Power Ice. I'm just gonna let him take me out. I don't want to waste my Focus Sash. I really do not. Ah, oh, man. Because in my mind, the only thing we can do is we can go out into Bisharp, we can set up a Swords Dance and hope for the best. Did I really just lose my stylus? This really is like old times now. I found it! The only thing we can do is go into the Bisharp. Darn it, man! I really wanted Dark types to come through. I really, really did. Ah! Alright, let's Swords Dance. It's our only hope to win. I dodged the heat wave. All right, hold on. Now we got to do things. I'm at +2. This is Mega Mawile. All right, so we one-shot Mega Mawile and we outspeed. So that means Sucker Punch is the button to click. I'd say, oh, but if he's Rocky Helmet, I'll be so mad. Doesn't matter, you still click Sucker Punch. You still click Sucker Punch. Oh my gosh, are we taking this thing out? Don't be Rocky Helmet, don't be Rocky Helmet, don't be Rocky Helmet, don't be Rocky Helmet. Yes! Oh my gosh, I think we got it. Because now, had he hit that heat wave, we would have lost because then Sucker Punch from the Mawile would have taken us out. But since Bisharp nimbly dodges, Bisharp MVP, Bisharp MVP, MVP, MVP. Oh my gosh. This Pokemon is so good. He's so salt right now. He's so salt. He's so salt. What are you gonna do? NaCl. I'm nervous. I have a beard. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. What do you do? What do you go into? You go out into Ferrothorn. Oh, that's bad. That's bad for us. All right. All right. But what does he really do? What does he really do to us? I don't have low kick. Knockoff doesn't one-shot. So let's say, worst case scenario, he Leech Seeds. That would be worst case scenario. So I Swords Dance. The reason why I said it's worst case scenario, well, he could also paralyze us. He could Thunder Wave us. He goes for Leech Seed though, which is, okay. All right. So now that we're at +4, we're gonna take some damage. We're gonna take some damage. Oh, my Lance, I think we actually got this. Going for the knockoff. If he protects, it's fine. Because now knockoff one-shots. If he protects, we're gonna take Leech Seed, and then worst case scenario, he does not protect. So worst case scenario, we take Rocky Helmet and Iron Barbs damage right now. Which is fine. Because, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. There's no Rocky Helmet on that either. We knocked off leftovers. A Sucker Punch only does 30% from this Mega Mawile. And we're at +4. And there's no reason, I mean, for me, there's no reason to click Sucker Punch. I just click Iron Head. Because he's going to try to set up Swords Dances. But Iron Head is neutral and takes this thing out. And all because of nimbly dodging a Heat Wave. Bisharp helps us defeat Ruby. Oh my gosh, so we do walk away with 2 wins and 1 loss, which means we have a positive win ratio this week of 7 wins and, well, that can't be right. 7 wins, 5 losses. That equates to, oh, that equates to 12. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so, because 7 + 5 is 12. So that's going to be the end of Mono-type themed week for Road to Rank. If you guys enjoyed this entire week, and especially Bisharp dodging, please leave a like rating down below. Your support means everything. Don't forget to leave your suggestions, by the way. I know I haven't said it the past episode, but leave your suggestions for Road to Ranked in general. Hashtag RTR with your set suggestions. I will be using them next week. I love you guys so much. I'm going to get the heck out of here for now. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.